Welcome to the Buddies Podcast, episode 1.
That's us, baby.
This is pretty much just the last one, but new. Hi.
This is
if you're from Sleazeballs, this is a different podcast. This is entirely changed from where it was. So this is a duo podcast with me and Amiigo. Basically, all we're gonna be talking about is what's happening. I don't know. Current events is kind of annoying, but it is
not necessarily like current events, but more so things that are like actually being talked about that are like interesting to talk about.
Things that I find are interesting enough to talk about.
Yeah.
This whole thing, you are under me and his control. So whatever we feel like talking about, we're gonna talk about.
You can't say shit. We do whatever we want.
But yeah. Anyway.
But yeah. If you were watching Sleazeballs or found out about it, we're not doing that no more. This is the main podcast. This is probably the one. Probably there will be no new one or old. This is the podcast.
Yes, this is kind of like the rebrand / complete uplift from the last one.
Yeah,
I feel like the first podcast we did, I was kind of still getting down the basics of having a podcast. Period. Like I honestly had no former experience with podcasting before that. So it was kind of like a trial run almost of me figuring out how a podcast should be, and now that I think we're about almost a year into it almost, I have a better grasp of what a podcast should be. But this is still gonna be a rough thing. Like I'm not experienced in this at all. Neither is he. No. So yeah, if you want to hear us talk about random stuff for probably about, I don't even know how long this will run, but it'll probably be like an hour per episode, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, hours good. Hour per episode's pretty good.
Yeah. At least if we're at like a monthly upload schedule, I think an hour should be like at least what we do.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of stuff we'll talk about is like YouTube stuff or like current event things, like things that are like actually like worth talking about, like we mentioned.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much what will be on this podcast.
So what have you been up to?
About like what have I been up to? Editing a video after I got back. I took a week off, went on a trip, and because of that, I came back like halfway through a video. So now I need to finish editing the other half of the video, which I'm almost done. I just gotta add music and just do a couple little things, and it should be done by like tomorrow.
Oh yeah, because you wanted to upload yesterday, and then you pushed it back another day, and then you pushed it back another day.
No, just Saturday.
So are you on the 2-week schedule still, or are you still on a monthly or a weekly?
I'm on a weekly still.
Oh, you're still on weekly? Okay. Do you think it'll change at any point?
I was actually kind of thinking of it just to kind of figure out, like, just how to grow my channel, basically. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, I like weekly because I get content out, but at the same time, too, I want to actually grow.
Yeah.
Which I've been growing, actually. I've been actually getting a lot better results when I have, like, doing weekly, but at the same time, too, I also want to get a lot more clips, because I noticed talking to Oddsy, he had, like, 3 videos in the works, and I'm like, man, he already has 3 videos ready, but I was like, all right, he does monthly. So, like, he has a lot more time to do things and just play and just record. Yeah. He has a lot more time to do all that.
He also doesn't really stick himself to a schedule, which I think is a little bit nicer if you want more of, like, an artistic outlet versus making it a job. Or like, it's a hobby that YouTube's fucking weird. But
he has so much freedom though, because he's like he's big. He's not like super big, but he's bigger than us. So he has that luxury of doing that kind of thing because he knows people are gonna watch him. You got 1,000 views per video. That's quite a lot. That's 1,000 people that clicked on your video. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah, you've been editing. I've been doing fuck all. Honestly, I have clips. I have enough to probably make a video, but honestly, I don't know if I'm to the point where I can make a video yet. I was working on it a little bit earlier. I'm probably going to do that the rest of tonight. I'll probably edit till like 4 a.m. or something like that. I don't know what time it is now. I think, what time is it? Oh, it's 12.
It's like 11,
so yeah, probably after we're done with this, I'll edit till 4 or 5 in the morning. My sleep schedule's been so bad. Like, just terrible.
Mine is terrible. I don't go to bed till 5.
Oh, that's light shit. I don't go to bed till like fucking 7 a.m., maybe even 10 some days.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You know what's
today,
funny
I woke up at 6 p.m.
You woke up at 6 today?
p.m.
Dude.
It's bad. It's fucking really bad.
You know what time I woke up? Because I was in call with Oddsy till like 5. and like a couple other guys. I didn't go to bed till actually I didn't wake up till like 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Literally hanging out with those guys. The thing is, like, it isn't even me that wants my schedule to be this fucked up. Like, I'm not trying to have a fucked up schedule. It's just everyone that I talk to is up till like 5 a.m. Like, they are literal fucking night owls. So, like,
I don't know what it is too, but whenever I'm on, I'll be like doing something. I'll be hanging out with some people. I'll be like editing stuff, and like it feels like everybody wants to do something. Like, they want to record. They want to like hop and call. They always want to do something. So I'm just like, all right, sure.
Well, yeah, that's another issue that a lot of people have is like
it's also why I stay up late.
Recording surf is such a solitary thing, but I don't want to be like offline for 3 days just recording surf. So what I've tried doing is just weaving it into like just random points, which is hard because then you also can't sit there for enough time to actually get something out of it most of the time. But that's like my idle task kind of is just like sitting on surf and fucking around with that. And it's hard. It's hard finding time to like record now that like I'm talking to a lot of people at once.
Yeah.
But yeah, this video, I think it'll be good. It's been a lot more like playing with people type of thing, which is kind of different than what I was doing, but I don't really think it'll change that much. I think like the jokes and shit in it are the same. The only thing that I kind of don't like not having surf in the video for is like there isn't a lot of me in the clips as much as it was in the past 2 videos where it was like a majority surf. Like there isn't a comedical point really with me saying stuff. Like there's like 2 clips. So that's like what I love about surf is that whenever I get clips in it, it is like
a lot
yeah, it is like very personal. Like it's me telling the joke, it's me getting reactions from the joke versus in group stuff it's kind of harder. Like it's a lot of the time it's me rattling off of shit that other people say. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna record all the way. I'm gonna try something different with this one. I've still been stuck in like this stupid flow. My fucking water just started regenerating. Sorry if you hear that.
I can't hear
basically, well, that's because you're in Discord. This is probably gonna sound like shit in Audacity.
Oh yeah, Audacity. Yeah.
But basically, like my workflow has just been really fucked for a while, and I like wanted to fix it, but I haven't really made an attempt to fix it. Basically, what I had been doing is I'm recording and then I'm editing in blocks. So like, I'll record from this date till this date, and then from this date it flips into editing, and then from this date to this date it's just purely editing, which takes me completely out of whatever mindset I was in previously. It isn't just like a continuation all the way through. It's like, okay, I recorded for this amount. I fucking retaught myself how to learn, or like how to like tell jokes and be funny. Now I'm in editing mode, so now I'm not telling jokes for like 2 weeks. And then I just like completely forget how to fucking record or do anything in a surf server. I don't know why.
I know how to fix that. I fixed that and I know what to do.
What?
You gotta hop in calls, just Discord calls when you're editing shit. I know it's a distraction, but if you treat people you're in a call with like a surf lobby and try to make jokes, it goes off as the same thing. And also too, just like taking breaks when you're editing is a good thing. I'm not saying, you know, like take 5 hours off. Like no, like take like an hour off, maybe like an hour here, like 2 there.
I'll take a shower. I'll go on a walk.
Yeah.
Like if I do work out, I'll probably do that as well. But basically, what I used to just do is I used to follow. I forgot what part of the book it was, but Rick Rubin said at one point that he does that as well. To like A, get inspiration, and B, to take a break is pretty much just like turn your brain off, stop thinking about whatever the fuck you were. Go on like a walk or something and just take in like every sight and sound you get at base value. Like you're not thinking at all. You're just like a pair of fucking eyes just like walking down a road, basically.
You're just seeing, that's all you're doing.
And the last video, or fuck, maybe it was the first video before that. I think the one that actually did well, I did that and I think it actually helped a lot with like frame of mind. It basically just reframes your entire perspective for a certain bit to where when you come back to your work you realize it in a different way. So I used that and that helped. But I'm just saying I need to get out of this, record for this amount of time, edit for this amount of time. I need to just like intertwine all of it so that I'm just constantly doing both. Because I think videos, A, are going to get out quicker like that. I also think I'm going to get better clips like that. And I also think that just editing in general is going to become easier when I'm doing that workflow instead of big blocks or like time frames. Like right now I'm shooting it like a fucking movie. Like, okay, this is the end date.
That's not a bad thing. I think that's actually kind of a good thing. It's just the issue you're having is being able to get back into the recording mode.
Yeah.
That's the only issue that's like cucking you there. Otherwise, I think the format's fine because it allows you to like give yourself a time and day to like get this done so you actually concentrate. But the only issue I could see you running into if you do the intertwine thing is that you burn yourself out really quickly. Or you
That's
like,
what I'm also thinking.
Yeah, and that's bad. You don't want that. You don't want the burnout. The burnout kills.
Yeah. But I think that's kind of what Ozzy does, and I think that's why he takes such long breaks. Just talking to him recently, it seems to be like he needs like a mind refresher every once in a while. But yeah, most of the time, like what I've been getting for like refreshers and stuff like that to almost feel like I'm on like a mini vacation, is I'll just hang out with friends most of the time, like IRL. Which is a thing right now, but once we get back to like the school season, they're all gonna go back to school and shit, so that's not really gonna be an outlet for me anymore. But hopefully instead I'll get my job set up and all that, and I can think a lot more about what I want to do on YouTube and stuff like that while I'm at like a job like that where it's kind of more spread out time wise. That's what I did with my old job, and it worked really well. It's just like the whole shift I'm just thinking about whatever I need to think about. Or I just don't think at all, and then it's just a break. So I can take that time and use it whatever way I want. I can like flip a switch to where like creative or fucking brain numbing, I'm just sitting here detoxing my head from all my thoughts for 8 hours.
Yeah, I kind of, when I go to work or some of that, what I just do is I just say like, I just try to get through it. And then when I come, what I usually do is I think about what do I need to get done, what do I need to get done in my editing, and what do I need to record or what do I need to improve on? And I just think about that. Like,
yeah,
okay, I need to improve on this. I need to do better. I need to do better this in when I'm recording. I need to do more of this when I'm editing. I need to add this to this when I get back home when I start editing.
Yep.
That's what I think about.
Yep.
That's what I need to do next. Because once I'm done work, I'm back to doing YouTube stuff.
Yeah, like immediately. That's what I kind of use it for. It's just like a frame of mind change. But yeah, if I'm working, if I get back into work, I think I'll probably just try to continue doing that. It's a different type of job now, but I think it'll pretty much work the exact same way.
Yeah.
But now I can kind of wean into this topic that I'm talking about now that we're talking about YouTube, which would have happened either way.
Yeah.
Just whatever fucking talk that me and you have, somehow it just delves right into that. Probably because that's like what we spend all of our fucking free time doing.
That's what we do. I mean, like, just not anybody else in real life we can talk with this stuff.
I thought you were wearing a robe.
Like, no, I'm wearing a hoodie.
I thought you were just ass naked under a robe over there. I was like,
I could be. I'm gonna go change.
I don't know what's under that hoodie. I don't want to know what's under that hoodie. I'm leaving it. Oh, how was your trip to Metro Boomin?
That was good. I actually really enjoyed. I needed that week off. I don't know why, but I needed that week off. I did. It was like I went there, hung with friends that I didn't see till like I was like good friends in high school with. Stayed at their place. Went to Metro Boomin. Did a bunch of drinking, hung out. I got a bunch of new clothes and shit. Just completely like.
Preface what the trip was to begin with, because we're on the podcast and people probably have no clue because they're not me.
So essentially, I went to Calgary to go to the Stampede. It's called the Calgary Stampede. It's essentially some big festival that'll have like rides, music, and I have a couple buddies that live out there that I've like known since high school. So I was like, I'm gonna come down there. I've been planning it like I think like a year ago. I planned I was gonna do this, and then the date finally came. Went down there, hung out with them, did a bunch of cool shit. That was really it. I just kind of took a week off just doing that stuff. It was just visiting, going on the. They have a metro system down there. I love it. It's like a train system. I love it, dude.
Took the metro to see Metro Boomin. Wow, wow, look at this guy,
bro. And I'm not gonna lie, when I went to the Metro Boomin concert, so many people are chill there. I was thinking there's gonna be so many assholes because I'm in a city. So many people there are so chill. Like it's
Calgary,
crazy.
Is it like a small town or is it like a bigger?
Calgary is a huge city.
Oh, where?
It is a big city.
What
in,
province?
Alberta.
Oh, okay.
It's big there.
Let me see.
Yeah. No, I was yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Oh damn.
They got,
is that like one of the bigger cities in Canada?
It's probably one of the cities people in the States would know about in
How
Canada.
big is it
It's
compared to
big.
Vancouver? Oh, it's kind of like the same size.
That's pretty big. I mean,
It's probably like,
what is
okay,
it?
it's probably not the same size, but it's fucking, it's big. Like, it is not tiny at all. Like, let me
No,
see
it's
it
not.
compared
There's
to,
so much shit there. There's a lot to do there. If you were ever thinking about moving to Canada and wanting to live in an actual city, a big city, you'd probably go to Calgary. Calgary's like, it's relatively like it's pricey, but at the same time too, it's better than living like somewhere Ontario, which is like stupidly expensive.
yeah.
That's like living in New York essentially in Ontario.
That's weird. Canada's
Yeah,
weird. That whole place
dog
just seems
shit.
like a giant forest.
it don't make sense here. I lived here and it don't make sense.
Okay. So, from there, what was I going to talk about?
Your topic, your YouTube topic.
Oh, I could tell him the story also that I had the other day. I think I told you about it. The
Maybe.
story of me taking edibles and watching the second animated Spider-Man.
Yep.
Yeah, I should tell that.
Tell that one. That's a
Okay.
good one.
So speaking of Metro Boomin, because that's exactly where my frame of mind went right after he said that. I recently went and saw. Well, I saw Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse twice now, because the first time I saw it on a 50 milligram edible, and I have no fucking clue what happened in the entire movie, the entire time. I made it. Okay, so first off, let me preface where we were watching it. I'm
Ryan's
in my
an addict.
basement with my high school friends, and they're like, we should watch the new Spider-Man. And I'm like, okay, so how are we gonna watch it? My other friend was like, oh, I have like this pirated website that I know that we could find it on. Keep in mind, the movie itself is literally a screen capture from a phone, like a dude sitting in a movie theater like this, holding his phone and recording the screen, and then he uploaded it to the site. So the
Was it
whole
good?
time in the background, we're like hearing like like fucking babies crying in the corner, like random bullshit, and it's in surround sound in my basement. So we don't know what's real and what's in the fucking movie it's like a prop sound. So we're just freaking the fuck out like the whole time. I made it probably, I don't even know. I want to say like 30 minutes in the movie. No, not even. Probably 20. Before it like really hit, because we took it like right as we started watching the movie. So it just kind of like bended our reality to a certain extent. So like you start off here and it's like, okay, this is fine. This is like nice. And then all of a sudden it kind of like slowly ramps up, and then all of a sudden it just went boop, and it was just fucking gone. So like the whole time there was just like these random sounds and shit like freaking us out in the background. Like we didn't know what was happening. I could feel it, like my fucking heart was about to like beat out of my chest. I was freaking the fuck out. And at some point, like, I guess my brain just completely broke, and I started, I don't know if I closed my eyes or what the fuck happened, but I remember vivid, like, scenes from the movie that were not in the movie. Because I saw it like that, and then I went back a week later, and I saw it sober. And I don't remember any of the shit that I saw in the first bit at all. So, I want to say we made it like 20 minutes in before I literally started, like, just, I don't know. When you get in like that state, you start thinking about stuff in your own life, like very critically. Like whenever I get like super fucked up like that, I just immediately start thinking about like, oh, how's my relationship with like my parents, and like what if I need to strengthen this bond with this person, because in the movie too, that's what he's doing most of the time, is he's struggling with like relationships and other shit like that, and making sure like he's good with his family. Like, you remember the rooftop scene where the parents are talking?
Yep.
No recollection of that at all. That is literally an hour of the movie, just not in my memory. I had no
What
idea
the
any of that
fuck?
happened. I don't know what
How
the
did
fuck
you
I was
forget
imagining.
that?
I don't know what I thought was imagining, but literally, like, in my memory, they were all, like, the group of the Spider-Men or women or whatever the fuck, like, the group that they were in were, like, moving through the time frame, like the time space thing. Like, you know when he goes through like the web and he's flying through, okay, this is spoilers for Spider-Man if you haven't fucking seen it, go see it. But he's traveling through like the multiverse, and basically in my mind every step he took was a different art style.
I think that actually happened.
What it didn't. because I saw it and it was just not there, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna go
Oh,
through and
what
it's gonna
the
change to
fuck?
all this shit. It never happened in the movie.
It
Like
didn't
for me,
happen?
it was like a perspective shift. So the camera's going around him, and it was like a different animation style every single time it moved. But it was
Oh.
in like this 3D space with like this glowing horizon, and like it never happened in the movie. So I was just freaking the fuck out in my head. Something about like my relationships with my parents. I'm watching this dude just go through like 40 different animation styles, and I don't know how the fuck I lived through that. I saw probably like 2 years later, or 2 years earlier than this, I saw Inception while also on an edible during Christmas, and I thought that experience was fucking crazy. This was like 10 times as bad. Like I had my one friend, because basically it was a group of 5 of us, and we all took them at the same time. My one friend, 10 minutes in the movie, passed out. Too intense. Went out immediately. He woke up, he's like, I just had the most vivid, terrifying dreams of my life. All the rest of us were just like,
Just sitting there.
just fucking brain dead. Like, that was intense. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I saw the movie for the second time though, and it was really good. Like all the like the scenes and stuff, like everything in that movie was so well put together. But even in like a sober experience, that movie is a lot for like anybody. Like it's way more intense than the first one, and I saw that one, and I was like fucking spinning for like an hour afterwards for just how much stuff they included in it. Oh my god, like the spot stuff is insane in that movie.
It is. It's actually really
I remember
good.
seeing that part high, and it terrified the fuck out of me when he turned into like the dark one
The-
with like all like the
black
scribbles on him. I was
yeah.
like, I don't even know how to fucking process that. Yeah, that was fucking sick. Definitely would recommend. If you've had that experience before, if you do it just first time ever doing it, you are gonna probably fucking die. Like you will probably pass out like my one friend did. There's no chance. You do not have a chance. Trust me.
Oh yeah, I didn't show this, but it's gonna be the intro. I bought a kalimba. You already know about this, but I bought a kalimba. This thing is fucking sick, dude.
That thing is awesome.
If you can find one for cheap there, buy one, dude. These are. It is the best thing ever. It can be so relaxing too.
Yeah,
Just sit there
no,
and
that's.
play with it.
I think that'd be a really good like intro chime. I don't know if we'll use the one that he did in the beginning of the episode. Well, this is like before the episode even started because we tried to take and it didn't fucking work because I can't form an intro for the life of me. But I think if we just get like a four string like chime, like if you just hit like boom 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 like some progression, just like a simple chord progression. And just have that, and then the episode starts. I think that'd be sick. Like a kalimba. That instrument's just really sick. I remember watching videos on YouTube of people like playing the Minecraft like songs to it.
With the kalimba, yeah.
It's just so
I was
relaxing.
trying to learn one of them, but you gotta know so many notes.
Yeah, probably.
It's crazy.
I don't understand how notes work at all. I think I tried playing the piano as a kid, and I just couldn't figure it out. Like I had sheet music and everything, and like a big diagram for what it was. I just was a dumb kid. Like a lot of the people who do it will like tape like the actual key on the key so you know which one to hit. I was like, oh, I just need to learn it in my head, and then it'll be like a visual map. No, don't work.
Never did.
I never took lessons though, so that's probably why. But yeah, I wish I would have. That'd be cool.
Piano.
I don't have a musical bone in my body, other than listening to like beats, which I like.
When people make music, I'm just kind of like, I don't know at all how you would even think about that or come up with that. I never understand. But I played the drums for about like 4 years.
Yeah.
That I don't remember any like, I could honestly like, if you were to say look at this sheet music, I'd be like, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, because I haven't played it in like, I played it 4 years, yeah, but I'm like, I was a long time ago. I haven't touched the kit in like a very long time.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think I played anything musical besides the recorder, and that was like fucking
Jeez.
4th grade. I don't even know. It's just weird that they made every single kid play a recorder.
Yeah, I had to play a recorder too.
Like that is
grade 6.
It's just such a weird like thing. That why the recorder? Why not just actually do it with a real? I don't know. I guess they have like handbells and shit, and that's a different thing. But like,
Yeah.
why the recorder of all fucking instruments to choose for every single child to have to do? Like, no shit. I thought the recorder was lame, so that's why I didn't like fucking music. The recorder sounds like shit. It just does.
It does. It's so booty.
It's just such an ass instrument. Like, just give us a better instrument. I guess, okay, well, I guess the other reason why they chose that is because it was probably pretty cost effective to make.
That too. I was
Like,
thinking
it's just a
that.
piece of plastic with holes fucking drilled in it. Basically like a PVC pipe. Because I remember another reason why I didn't want to do music was because, like, getting a fucking flute was like $400. And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
what? Where am I going to get that from?
$4 for a flute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupidly expensive. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's just ridiculously, like, overpriced. Well, I don't even know overpriced. I guess it takes a lot of craftsmanship to make them, but, like, that's just too much shit.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
It damn well ain't worth it. It's too much. Way too much.
So I feel like you either had parents who could buy you the instrument or you sang. And that's just what most people did, was just sing. Which made a lot more sense, because then you are the instrument. But yeah, I wish, I don't know. I kind of want to get into some form of music just to use it in my own videos. But I
should
feel
do,
like it would
like,
just be so long to, like, get into.
Yeah, I definitely would like. It definitely would take a while to learn, like to get masterful at it. But I think it was this one guy I know. He does like beats and stuff like that. Like you even got Drew too. You can ask Drew.
Yeah, but he also is like the same way. Like the only instrument that, for anybody who doesn't know who Drew is, that's one of my IRL friends. He actually took that edible with me. Yeah, he didn't have a fun time either, I don't think. I remember looking over to him halfway through the movie and he's like, I'm ripped. And then we just looked back. But yeah, he's well, like my grade school, high school friends. But the way that he makes music is beats. And the only instrument that I think he's ever played was the bass guitar. So he might know some stuff, but I don't think he knows like music theory or anything like that. He wasn't going to school for it. Yeah, I don't know if he'd be able to help. But I think I just have to look at like YouTube tutorials probably.
You could probably just do that. Yeah.
If I am going to do it, I should get a jump on it now, so then I'm good at it in at least a decent amount of time. The thing is, like, I just want to be good at so many different things that I just don't have time to learn.
Like, instrument is what you want to get better at? Like an actual instrument?
No, like, I just want to be able to do, like, FL Studio shit, where basically what you did with that kalimba, like, just, like, chord progression for the video. Like, I want to have, like, an intro chime that, like, they hear it, like, someone will hear it, and they're like, oh, that's this person. Like, immediately. Like, I've just, like, drilled it into their head. It's like, intro is here. Because, like, I can do these intro, outro songs as much as I want, but eventually it's going to get to a point where I've explored everything. I don't know. I feel like trying to find... The way that I make videos, like, having an intro song or an outro song is just really tiring to find. But it's also cool because you can kind of, like, express your likeness for something, like your musical taste, kind of. That's what I've always seen it as, is like, I like this type of music, I'm going to include this type of music. But yeah, like you have a set song, which I almost like better than having different songs every time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like you like to keep something that's like
like a staple.
Yes, like background music, for example. Like, you kind of like to keep the same thing. Not too same thing, but somewhere similar enough that it's almost like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that's unique to me and also telling of my video style or personality. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, I think as an entity, the podcast, I think could benefit from, like, a kalimba chord progression as the intro. And then the outro is just like a fade out.
Yeah, we can do some of that.
Yeah. It's like opening the door in a shop and you hear like the bell. Like, you know you're walking into a shop.
One thing I wanted to bring up too was... Shit.
Haha, he's tired. He didn't wake up at 6 p.m. Haha, fuck you.
I woke up at 2, bitch. It's Instagram Threads. What are we thinking about it? What do you think about it?
Oh, it's part of Instagram?
Yep.
I had no idea that was part of Instagram. I thought that Threads was its own thing.
No, you need an Instagram account in order to, like, make a Threads account. It's essentially...
Is it a different app?
It is a different app.
Okay. So it technically is a standalone thing. It's just like if they made Instagram, you have to have a Facebook account. Is pretty much what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like it's pretty much Twitter, but like it's like Twitter, but it's not like so toxic, I guess. But at the same time too, I don't give a shit, so I didn't get it. It's like, alright, whatever.
I didn't bother. I saw it popped up and then it faded out in like a week. So
It's gotta get more of a presence and more like it's gonna be more like it's gotta be more like engaging for people to actually want to go that shit.
yeah, I mean, I just think if I'm already off of Twitter and I'm off of TikTok and I'm off of Instagram and I'm off of Facebook to begin with, I don't think I would even bother. I think I'm just done with social medias. There's no reason. I'm not connected to anybody on them really besides YouTube. The only social media I really use, I guess, would be like Discord. That's like a different type of thing.
That.
Yeah.
I wouldn't count that.
I mean, in some respects it is because there is like threads and shit and you're interacting with like a small sect group of people. So it is kind of like, it's like a Reddit, but if each text was a Reddit is what it feels like. Or
I
each
see
channel.
social media more as something you're consuming. I see Discord as more like you're interacting.
Yeah.
You're actually.
But then
like,
I guess what would Reddit be?
Reddit be kind of you're consuming.
It's like a middle ground.
You're kind of consuming because you're joining communities to get, like whatever it is you want. You know.
But also normal people who use Reddit post on Reddit. I don't know. It's
I don't
weird.
even use Reddit. I don't use Reddit. I did use Reddit a really long time ago. But if you were to ask me, all right, you can join all your socials, which ones are you joining back to? I'd be like, not Reddit.
I don't know. Reddit's cool.
I don't use Reddit.
It is a cool platform. I actually really like Reddit. I don't like the people on it, but the communities are cool. Like people show off shit. Like 2D artists, 3D artists on Reddit are really sick.
I could see that for artists. Yeah, it could benefit them a lot. If you
Yeah,
guys can't tell, I'm sick. I am very sick.
You're sick right now?
Yeah, I came back. The person I was staying with, his brother.
You fucking told
his brother
me.
was sick. My throat is finally better. Like I can it's not scratchy shit where I can swallow and it's fine. But like my nose has consistently been stuffed up all day. My vocal cords have just been like ruined.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but they're just not like there.
And he has the thumb condoms on.
Yep.
They look like little thimbles. The fuck, you look like you're turning into Gumball.
I hope they make that movie.
Starting at the thumbs.
I hope they make the Gumball movie.
Dude, I was watching Adventure Time last night, and for whatever reason, I think I finally figured out why I haven't finished Adventure Time. And it's because it makes me so fucking emotional. For no reason. Like...
Adventure Time?
Yes. Because the thing is... Well, it's a Pendleton Ward type of thing, right? So when he made Midnight Gospel, do you know what that is? Okay. Midnight Gospel is like stupid emotional. Like it's like the same shit that I have with other stuff where it's like, okay, we're talking about relationships with other people, what do I want to do in my life, relationships with parents, like all this shit. And it's like everything is finite, everything will end. Kill yourself. Like literally everything just fucking like comes apart in that show. And I see how he made that show now because Adventure Time was its predecessor. So, a lot of the motifs in Adventure Time is that, like, time is short. And, like, I'm going through, like, a point in my life now where I'm about to have a big change. And I've realized, like, oh shit, this is about to end. Like, the good part of this is about to end and I'm moving into this. So watching a show like that, well, just moving out. Like, then in general, it's like, okay, it's like taking childhood and it's pushing it away. And it's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Because, like, for me, like, just high school is still in my fucking thought. Like, how long ago that was?
I think, like...
It's crazy. It's just growing up. Like, really, that's what all of it is. The whole show is about growing up, and it's relating exactly to what I'm doing right now. So, like, I'll watch an episode, I'm just like...
Damn.
Oh. Like, fuck. So that's why I haven't finished it. I think maybe once I move into, like, a new space, I'll finish it. But, god damn, it is just, like, too pent up right now for me to, like, enjoy it.
I feel like when it's like at a point in life, I've noticed just people that have talked about it. And people just say, like, it's kind of a cheat code if you move out. Because, you know, you kind of, like, you grow a lot because you're by yourself. But like I do notice that a lot of people start realizing shit's coming down because they have to move out. But honestly, it's not too bad. I don't think it'd be too bad. It might seem scary because it's like I'm moving out. Mom's not going to be there in the morning. I'm not going to see this and this person in the morning. You know, like that's just not going to be there. But reality is, it's probably going to be, yeah, it's going to suck a little bit, but it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Because now you have your own place. You can do your own shit. You don't have to listen to anybody. You can
And that's
do
the thought in my
you can
head.
do whatever you want.
It's a thought in my head, but it's also just like I've been in the same fucking place. Like I've slept in the same room for the past, like,
That too.
well, I haven't been in this house my whole life, but it's been like at least
majority.
15 to 18 years now. I've slept in the same room almost every night. And I'm just looking at the room that I fucking grew up in, and I'm like, holy shit. I'm about to be out of this within like 6 months, and I'll never see this room again. It's like, what the fuck is... Like, everything that I've known is about to just get, like, taken and faded completely. And I'm just going to be in a completely different area. Which is exciting, but it's also terrifying at the same time.
Are you moving far away from home, or where are you going to?
No, but they're selling this house, so this house is done.
Oh, it's actually, like,
yeah,
for
there's,
sure?
like, nothing... Well, I don't know fully. But, basically, this is, like, a big personal thing. I don't know if I'm going to put this... I probably will. But,
Just cut it out.
yeah, pretty much, I'll be moving into my own place probably within 6 months, no matter what. Or at least I'm going to try to. Job willing and all that, and how much I make. But yeah. I didn't really get the college experience. I think college is one of the things where it's... You have to go to it right away. It's like... Imagine...
No, I think it's too hyped up, bro. I'm gonna be real. Like,
Well,
you
but
know
I'm
when
just
you
saying,
see-
like, the dorm experience is, like, a part of college.
Oh,
So most people get pushed into it right
yeah.
away. So then when they come back to their house, they don't really have this feeling of, like, oh, shit, everything's changed, because they've
'Cause
already
they've already been
experienced
pushed
it.
out. Yeah.
It's like a small ramp-up of change. So, like, if my
So if anything-
changeometer right now is right here going into, like, dorm life, and this is moving out, most people come back and they're, like, right here, and they're ready to move out. Here's where I'm at. I'm about to go from here to here instead of here to here. Like, it's a different, completely different, like, feeling.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just because I haven't had experiences outside of it, is really what it comes
so
down
that's
to.
all it is. But
Yeah.
if it, yeah, like, it was something I've noticed was like, I've just been watching, like, I've watched, you know when you've seen, like, old movies where, like, they go to college, they party, or something like that, you know, in university, where the fuck they're doing. It's usually colleges. It's like, it's old movies. They're usually like...
That shit isn't real. Never
not
was.
Fucking, and even if it is, dude, I'm not gonna lie. To me, I kind of see it as like, okay, that's kind of a waste of time. Honestly, I don't see it like, you know, like, don't go out and party and have fun, you know, but like, don't make that your whole life, bro, because you end up just wasting so much fucking time when you
It's
could have
like-
actually done something you wanted.
There's a lot of people in my life that have gone down that route of their, like, in like a frat or whatever the fuck you got, whatever group you have in college, and they come back and you see, like, their entire persona has changed into that in that amount of time. And they might still be the same person, but the shit that they'll just talk about and stuff is all that same frame of mind in a different, like, you're not reading the room when you're talking about shit like that. Like, it's like, oh, I drank this much and smoked this much and fucked her. Like, dog, I don't care. We're not at the school. I don't care.
Like, a dude could flex like he banged like 5 chicks in one night, whatever the fuck. But reality is, I'm gonna be real with you. You didn't go anywhere. You didn't level up. I don't really give a shit to begin with. It just sounds like you just need something to say.
A lot of people use college as kind of like a popularity contest, when in reality,
too, like, that's
nobody
fucking
outside of
stupid. I
college
hate
really
that
gives a
shit.
fuck.
Yeah. No.
Or like they'll brag about certain things like that. It's just like the braggadocious collegiate, like, just kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But a lot of people that I've known that were like that have grown out of that now that they've kind of realized. I think it's mostly, it pops up within like the first 2 years of college, and then you realize why you're actually in college, and then it changes. So it's like you have like the 4 years of high school where that'll happen. So it's like freshman, sophomore year, it's like, oh shit, I'm in high school now, like I'm cool. And then you get to junior year and it's like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck, senior year? And then freshman college, you're like, oh shit. Oh wait, this is the exact same as high school. And then you get to
treat it like
junior
high
year
school.
again, it's like, oh fuck, I have to find a job in 5 years. Oh my god. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I think a lot of people go through. I think it's just like the first 2 years. That's the reason why I like the topic now, and I'll probably just never think about it again after like this year or whatever it be. Just because everybody that I know that was in that set type of like place has grown out of it, and they're just a different person now. Now they've actually like become a human. Whereas I've just been sitting here the whole time like, oh shit, I've been an adult for like 4 years basically. Like
I don't know why, but it popped in my mind. A lot of things I see like people freak out about that I noticed is that a lot of people think they're in competition with people they went to high school with.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, oh, I gotta be like I like where I there's like a person I know. I'm not gonna dox or say anything, but
full legal name, address, where she works.
Basically, she was saying that like, you know, she wants to make more money than everybody that like she went to school with. You know, like that's a good goal if you want to make money, good for you. But like, I see a lot of people that are like that, and I was like that too at one point. But then I kind of opened my eyes and realized like, why the fuck would I want to complete? Like, I'm out of school. I don't want to be around these people. I don't even like everybody. Why would I care?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people think of that way. In like social hierarchy, like a lot of people look at money that way. Like in a way, when you grow up, what happens is your popularity that you prize so much in high school changes into how much you make.
Yeah.
And that's what basically the entire fucking world runs off of. So basically the whole world is a popularity contest off of how much you make, and that's what all people fucking care about. So I think that's where that like mindset comes from pretty much. It's like the first 2 like years of college, but instead it just flips to money because then they realize they need a job within 5 years. So it's like, okay, how much am I making now? How much am I making there? And then they look at that as a progression. So then when people look at that as a progression, they realize, you know, if I'm not making more money than I was last year, then I'd have regressed a year. When in reality, maybe their fucking entire being has progressed. Like everything they do, family, just being better in general, has progressed, but they don't see the money coming in, so it's like, okay, I fucked up.
Not only that, but like, you don't grow, man. Like, you don't grow as a person when you have that mindset. You don't grow at all. You just end up being stupid the whole time. I have a friend who I was like friends with in high school, and every day this guy would just talk about how he's gonna be a plastic surgeon, he's gonna make this much money. And even though we were in high school, he used to always talk about how much money he has all the time. And I'm just thinking to myself like, wow, you got really nothing going for you. You actually have nothing going for you.
You are a piece of shit. Fuck you.
You got actually nothing. Like, yeah, you can be like, oh, money helps you live, money this, that. Yeah, it does. Money's not something you should throw out the window. But at the same time, too, don't make it your whole life. Because then at the end of the day, you really just chased yourself to death. Because all you did was work for money. You didn't actually do anything. You didn't go with any goals. You just did money.
Yep.
Unless if your goal is to make money, then congratulations. But at the same time, too, you gotta enjoy life. You gotta, like, you can't have this mindset that, like, there's a rule book in life. Like, I need to be married by this age. I need to have this much by this age. I need to be this. No, you don't. Because then you're just competing with everybody else.
You can put as much work as you want into growing the flower, and then you will die by the time that you would be able to smell it. Fuck. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, that kind of weans into the topic that I wanted to talk about originally, and we kind of started going down a different road. Is that I really struggle with comparing myself, more specifically, not as in just like human in general, but I really struggle with comparing my work to other people in the same space a lot. Like I can't fucking break out of it. I don't know if it's an ego thing, what it is. It definitely was an ego thing for a while, but I think I've kind of grown out of that now. And the last video, flopping, actually helped that. Which we were talking about right before the podcast about that whole kind of area. But I really had an issue, especially with like visual art and stuff like that. Like with me drawing, I'll look at people online or whatever, and especially tutorials. Like I'll look at tutorial makers and stuff like that, and I'll look at their art, and it's like, holy shit, mine looks like ass compared to this. Like it just doesn't even look in the same realm. Like that might not even be where I want to be, but just because mine looks this bad, like I get almost like I basically want to give up. Yeah, like it's like I will never hit that. I should quit. Which is probably just because art is like actual
It's just
sketch art is my
it's
second.
because you want to be there, but you're not there. That's essentially all it is.
It's like I want like a not like a get rich quick scheme, but I just want to like skip steps, if that makes sense.
Yeah. You don't want to take. You don't like. You want to be there now. Like, you don't want to like. You don't want to have to wait to put in the time. You want to be there now.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to sketch every day, but I also want my shit to get better. And it's like, fuck. So now I have to figure out like this in between of, okay, what needs to change to where this can start looking better. It's just me actively doing that activity and not seeing progression with it is like disencouraging my brain into like.
It is so crushing, dude.
Yeah.
That's how I'm with YouTube, dude. I'm just like I know what I want to do, but at the same time, like, I don't know if I'm really going to enjoy this for this long. Plus, two, I don't know if this is, like, super, like, going to be popular or, like, good enough to work off. But at the same time, too, when I'm making videos, I'm putting so much effort, and then it's like, oh, here's 100 views. I'm like, oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
100 views.
I mean, that's what my last one did.
That.
But it really, what it did was, like, I look at a lot of people that are around our community now that is kind of, like, grown a fuck ton within a year. And I'm just like, okay, my videos are definitely better than these because I enjoy mine. And other people that are in my same kind of sect little group within the whole community. So I think my videos are better. Like, I know my videos are better, at least quality-wise.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of built up over time to where I had like this toxic mentality where it was just like ego was just fucking just inflating. And basically what happened was I uploaded that last video and YouTube just took it and just went, and it just completely evaporated. And I'm fucking glad it did.
That's a good thing, dude. Trust me. That's
the way I'm looking at it, the views that got doesn't fucking matter. It put everything back into perspective because everything was just blown out of view. Like I couldn't fucking see what I was really doing. I was just in the center of it. So I kind of just realized like the whole reason I do YouTube is because I enjoy it, not because it tickles this part of my brain that thinks I'm fucking doing something well. Like I just don't care if I'm doing something well. I just want it to. You just want to do it for you. Yeah. Just basically watering your own grass. You're not looking at anybody else's stuff. You're just doing your own thing. Yes. And then if other people look at it, then whatever it be. But the whole reason I like it is because it's an art form and it's an outlet, not as much of like it's a fucking advertisement for my business. Like that's what I think a lot of people are doing on YouTube right now, and that's what pisses me off a lot is just because people are creating like they're making an entire internet personality / video series, whatever it is, just based completely off of like a business standpoint, and it's just fucking annoying. Like they are the business. It's just
like essentially they like. Do you mean like they're just there for money or like?
Yes, that's what we were also talking about before this, which has just been on my mind a bunch because I've been talking to other people about it as well. But it's just like running YouTube or your YouTube channel as a fucking business is just such a stupid fucking mindset that
it's dumb.
People join and think that they can just do immediately. When in reality, it's gonna fade out in 2 fucking years, no matter if you're popular or not.
Like when I was on TikTok, dude, I was scrolling. I was like, I click on I watch videos are like how to improve this, how to do this better on YouTube. Here's some tricks. Here's some new things YouTube added. Things just to get better. Just I'm like, okay, if I apply this could help me this way. I get ads where it's like, do you want to earn 1 million sub play button within this year without showing your face or using your voice? Here's how it's like, dude, come on. I know what the fuck you're doing. You're just trying to summon some bullshit so I can make some money and not give a fuck because it's who you're targeting. You're targeting lazy people, essentially. That ad is targeting lazy people who don't want to actually do YouTube. They just want to get money off of it and they can show they have a fucking play button. Yeah. That's literally all that is. And I think it also stems just from like the amount of people that are making content now is fucking huge compared to where it was a couple of years ago. I mean, when I started in like fucking 2015, 2014, like if you were making videos as a person in a school, you were like one out of the whole school that probably did that. And then fucking TikTok and other shit came along and it's like, okay, everybody's making content now. And I think that's why discoverability has become so fucking hard. Is just for the amount of people that are uploading to the platform and shit has just grown so much. Like I don't think a community like we have in like the Discords and stuff now would have ever existed that far back. This would have been like impossible to find. So having like people that can pull that amount of people together
Like, there probably would have been 40 fucking people in the whole, like, 3 Discords that we joined pretty often if it hadn't been for, like, TikTok blowing up or, like, something in that vein. Like, Vine, I guess, was the same thing. But it's just, like, the average person is making content now, which was never even a fucking thought before. Because nobody made anything off it. But I think it's the business standpoint that drew a lot of people to want to do it. They aren't doing it for them.
No,
maybe
they
found out about it. They could have found out
money.
about it. Maybe if they were doing it for a certain amount of time, like, okay, I like this. But a lot of people are just like, okay, I have a TikTok page. I put 3 videos up.
Now I get money. Where's my money?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and also, I mean, the thing too I've noticed is that a lot of like the new people that like do content stuff that are like, even when I was in school, people are doing like TikTok and stuff like that. Well, no, actually TikTok wasn't around, but like people after, I guess I could say, people just like I'm around, I know do TikTok. They just post on TikTok. They don't actually do YouTube, and if they do YouTube, they don't really take it seriously. They'll actually,
or it's just normally shit. It's just really bad. It's like
yeah,
streamers coming over and trying to do YouTube content.
It's like, yeah, no offense, but it's really bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, obviously you can improve it, but like a lot of the times they don't like, and this is just like actual like I've actually just seen it. Like I've known a couple people in real life that I used to talk to, or people from high school. I've seen like them make a YouTube channel. They post on their stories. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Let me check this out. It's just like, it's really half-ass shit. They don't touch it ever again. They don't even want to do it. They just kind of did it because it was off the top of their head, but they don't stick with it. So I think, yeah, it's harder for discoverability, but at the same time too, I think it can also just be easier because, like you said, people are taking it as like a marketing standpoint.
Yep.
He's trying to make money.
Yep.
But the thing is, the people that like they see like, oh my god, look, he's making money. It's because he actually wants to do fucking videos. He actually is there for videos. He's not doing some stupid shit where he's just trying to get a quick buck and then leave. That's all it is. I think that doesn't last.
Yeah, I think the standpoint of that on YouTube really, I think definitely like having the ad system be so up in the air for the amount of time that it has also I think it's really, YouTube has just been the perfect storm to push itself into this valley, because really everything leading up to this was because of shit that happened on YouTube and the algorithm changing over time to support people that are like a mrbeast or something like that, where they're just fucking, the entire channel is ran off. Okay, money. Like, people are taking ad reads and shit now in videos, which never happened before because you didn't have to. Ads would just run and they'd be fine. Now, ads really don't run because most people get demonetized to begin with. So what they have to do is take these fucking ad reads. So really what the ad read is turned into is just a mindset instead of, okay, there's a 30-second part of the video. Like, I've seen shorts channels that literally have a fucking, like, gambling sponsor or ad read in the short. It's like 30 fucking seconds. How? And they'll pump out like 2 a day. It's like, dude, holy shit. Like, I get you want to make money, but holy fuck. Oh
also,
my god.
too, mrbeast also brought this up on Twitter. I was on there like, this happened like a month ago or some shit. But he mentioned that he's getting really tired of the fact that there's a million mrbeast clones. I was thinking to myself, since we're on the topic of just making money, that's them right there, dude. Not saying every single one is, but I find a big majority. I find a big majority.
They fucking all are. There's not a single mrbeast clone out there who is doing it just because they see, he's my idol. No.
Yeah. They're there for
they don't exist.
I mean, like, yeah, like, what was it? You know that mrbeast clone that lived in, like, Italy that, like, he was driving a Lamborghini, killed, like, a family of 3?
I heard about it, yeah.
Yeah. The dude, basically, like, his thumbnails were almost exactly like mrbeast. Everything was on point. He looked like he was a clone. He was just an actual clone.
Well, literally what it is it's just pandering to children for views and then taking the views off it. So really what mrbeast's channel is it is the exact same thing that Jake Paul, Rice Gum, all these fucking people were doing in 2017, 2018. It literally, what it is, it's a money flex. But the reason why people don't hate mrbeast the way that they fucking hated those creators before is because he's using the money for an actual good cause. So in reality, it's still all about fucking money, and it's about how much money I have, It's just instead how much money I have isn't going to cars and shit. It's going to
Other people.
Yeah. But then also, you got to also think about it, is that the money that he's making is also still just going to him. So in reality, you're still a fucking kids content channel.
He's good.
It's all about money. That's the reason why kids like it, is because it's about fucking money.
Well, I mean, he tries to make it so that it's like, you know, targeted towards everybody, because I mean, if you just target towards 18 people that are above 18 plus, they're going to watch this content, you cut down a huge part, especially, you know, if you've like family friendly stuff, you make a ton of money off that.
But I don't know a single adult,
which he puts back to his videos and he gives to people. He's, I don't know, I think this, as much as mrbeast, you know, he does like the whole money thing, I think it's fine when he does it.
I don't know a single fucking adult that actively watches mrbeast's every video. I don't think at least I don't know any of them. I don't know a single person that could sit there and watch through his entire fucking video line without just getting a fucking mind-numbing headache. Like, everything is so bright and like pandered to kids. I don't think he honestly shoots for above 18. And the only reason why people watch him that are above 18 is because he is pretty much just, he's either doing philanthropy or the video is just so fucked. Like, I'm giving this 2 million car to my friend. Like, dude, I just hate the content. The whole content in itself is just fucking stupid. Like, it's like a cut video, but for kids. It's pretty much what it is. It's like,
I mean, I don't have anything against what he does. I think it's fine. I think it's, you know, but it's just, it's the clones that I'm just like, the clones seem to piss off, dude. What mrbeast does, I think it's a good thing. Whatever he does, you know, whatever money he makes, he earned it. Good for him. I think he's fine. I don't have any problems with him. But it's the fucking clones, dude. It's the clones that piss me off. It's like,
but he pretty much envelops the clones and almost supports the clones, even though he says he doesn't. I know he says he doesn't, but either way, you have to eventually.
Because he can't go after little channels like that. That'd be such a dick move. Because
I just don't think he's self-reflective to realize, oh shit, the thing that I'm doing and the way that I'm making these videos is literally just enabling these clones to begin with, even if I say I don't like them.
But what else is he supposed to do? That's just them doing it.
I think he just needs to come up with different video ideas that aren't centered around fucking money. Like, yeah, you can have a big, like, budget on the end of it. That's fine. Like, just use the amount of shit that you're gaining from these videos and put them towards a better production video. Which I think he does, but then he just makes the next premise of the next video the same fucking clickbait kids bop shit.
I think his last video, it's like...
I'm gonna look through a bunch of them right now, so I can kind of dissect these better.
Yeah, like the last one, it was like train versus giant pit. Like, it was just like, it was pretty much like it was just like, he was just blowing shit up, setting stuff on fire. So I thought that was kind of cool. You know, it wasn't like just all about money. You know, he was like just doing different stuff. And then the paid assassin video, I think that's a cool one. That one doesn't, the only thing with money is actually introduced in that is because the assassin's being paid. But at the same time too, it's like the concept around it is not about money, it's about like, you know, the chase and stuff like that.
I just really hate, I just hate the clickbait shit to begin with, but I see why he's successful off of it, because just reading these fucking titles, it's just like, just rewires your head to just see it and be like, why the fuck would you ever do this? Like, that's literally like a regular show premise, like train versus giant pit. That literally was an episode. They just ramp cars into a pit. Like, it is the most like degenerate, brain-numbing shit ever to target kids to get more money to make more brain-numbing shit. Like, I get it's entertainment, but it's just shit tier entertainment.
I don't think it's that bad. I think it's just bad with the clones. I got no problem with him.
Like, when
the only problem I see that I guess like just like the idea of the content he makes around is that the fact that now everything on YouTube that's like it's gotta have money involved.
Yeah.
And it's just like
well, or I use enabling YouTube to make
clones.
It's just enabling the whole atmosphere of YouTube to make the shittiest content possible so that it's replicable and you can make money from it. He has trained the entire algorithm because everybody has followed him around that. So versus shit, all this other shit, like just shit tier content is all of YouTube now. There is not any high quality content left because you can't make money off of it. And he basically took the whole platform and steered it that way. That's why I don't like him.
He was mentioning his Twitter post that what was it? That he gives out ideas and stuff on podcasts like okay, this is how I got this is how I did this is how it is. And a lot of people are just they're just copying. They're not like using it and actually like personalizing it and doing something with it. They're like own like personalized style. They're just copying him. That's what he was upset about. That's why I don't have anything with mrbeast. I think he's actually good. I like what he does. It's clean. It's, you know, he's done it. Like, good for him. I have no problems with him. I enjoy his content, but it's just the clones that piss me off. I don't like the clones.
I just don't like anything he does. I think pretty much what he has and what he has done has just made shit tier content since the beginning of his channel. And he gained fame off of it and was able to just make more shit tier content off of it. Like, basically, he took the biggest creator at the time, PewDiePie, attached himself to the PewDiePie term, and then over time took control of the entirety of YouTube and just steered it into a shit mindset where they're stuck now until someone eventually bigger than him, which is pretty fucking hard to do because you're getting 66 million views in 3 fucking days. So that's just not gonna happen. There's no way that YouTube can really break from this cycle without someone else giant coming in and then tuning the algorithm different. So basically what he did is he just ruined the platform that I like uploading to. Is basically what mrbeast did. Am I wrong? I think I'm right.
I have my own opinions. I think he's fine. I have no issue with him. I think it's like I said, it's just the clones. It's just literally just the clones. That's all it is.
I don't know. I think we could go on with this topic. I think a lot of people have gone on with this topic for a really fucking long time. But I really, the everything I just said, I full-heartedly believe in. And that's the reason why I do not like him at all. Is he just pretty much took the fucking entire fucking YouTube atmosphere and just said...
I don't even think that's like not even money. Him though. That's not even him though. That's just clones. That's not even him.
No, that is him. Like the whole, he's making shit tier content to the point where everyone else has made shit tier content. There's not a single original idea that is in the mainstream in YouTube right now, and it's because of his retraining of the fucking algorithm to do that.
Well, you do understand an original
and it's enabling
idea.
Other people that you don't like because of what he is doing. So obviously people want to copy it because they want to take the whole fucking sphere over.
That's just people though. That's not him though.
I think he's one of the better people to be in the seat to train the whole algorithm, because I don't think he's actually going to do anything malignant with it, like straight up malignant. But he's basically just taken what YouTube used to be and just diluted it to the point where it's just shit. And that's the reason why there isn't good content on YouTube.
Well, you do realize original ideas are not going to like... The chances of an actual original, like an actual channel with an original idea, probably within the next 4 years is probably not going to happen. Really, probably not. Because anything you see nowadays that you like, oh, I need to be original. I want an original idea. A lot of the times, people with original ideas are just things other people did. A good example of this is like, you know, Jay Schlatt is, you might be like, oh, but his content is so different. I've never seen this kind of thing. It's so this. A lot of the stuff like he started off doing with is just because he liked watching a YouTuber, Mr. Stark. So he did kind of stuff like that. He kind of did similar stuff. He enjoyed what he watched. So it wasn't necessarily like, maybe he might have some original stuff now, but when he first started, maybe it might have just been like stuff he watched from other YouTubers and just enjoyed doing. Well, but he just puts it on, like even streamers have said this too. Like a lot of the times, they aren't actually doing anything new or original. It's just them doing it better than the original thing.
Yes,
and putting their own personality to it. That's all it is.
That is the original idea. Thing. Or it's
it's just
originality is different.
You're putting a different personality in the seat.
I think what you're thinking of is more of like a completely original idea, like never done before, which obviously can't fucking happen anymore. It doesn't happen. But what you can do to make something feel or look original to where it basically is original is taking something that has previously happened and then taking an original idea and putting it with that thing. Or taking outside stimuli and combining them. Everything that... Like, think of humanity in general, okay? So you have different races, and basically, what you're explaining is like if someone just all of a sudden popped out and they were fucking purple.
Okay.
That can never happen. the entirety of humanity is just a bunch of intertwined bullshit to the point where people just are here. And, okay, you're part this, you're part this, you're part this.
So what
It doesn't make you less of a person.
So what are you saying is original then? What's your like idea of original?
Just an original idea tacked into, like,
So
basically an
putting-
idea is a combination of things. Because everything that humanity is outside stimuli and you combine them. So, like, for instance, like, think of fucking, like, this cup, right? So there's been cups before this, right? Let me find a different cup. Do I have a different cup down here? I don't have a different cup. Fuck. So think of, like, a normal drinking cup versus this. So I'm holding another drinking cup in my hand. This is a base level cup. Okay? There's ridges. It holds liquid. That's it. Okay?
So
Now look at this cup. It's extended for a
what
reason.
What you're saying is you're
It's
just
an original
so the
thing.
idea of a cup isn't like that's just gonna stay the same, but putting your own
Yes.
personality twist to it.
Yes.
That's the original. Okay.
Yes. So, like, what I am doing in my content is different than what other people might do, even though they've seen the same people and they're combining the same things.
Yeah, like your editing style might be this and this. You might add this and this in your
Yeah.
video.
So it isn't all personality because it also is ideas, but the ideas come from the personality, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's all
But
intertwined.
I mean too, if you want somebody to watch you, you gotta have personality to it as well. Like, you can be all editing, but at the same time too, I mean, like, if you want people to follow you along, you gotta have like a personality with it.
Yeah. So, like, if you wanted to look at MrBeast as a personality, basically what he is like a hype beast creator mixed with a kid's channel put into one, is what I see him as.
I would just be Logan Paul and Jake Paul then.
Technically. Okay, so yeah, there is a third thing. I just can't think of it at the time. Pretty much. Well, actually, no, it's a philanthropist as well, because Jake Paul and Logan Paul would never give up any of their fucking money because they're goblins. So, there you go.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's basically like if you took a billionaire and then gave him a YouTube channel. But, also a heart. To some degree. I just don't think he realized what he did when he changed the algorithm. So I don't really think it's his fault. He's kind of just like...
it's definitely
stuck.
not his fault. I never even went to the idea that it was his fault. The problem is that it's the clones. And the thing is, you can be like, oh, you need to change this because you have money, but it's like, no, it's not his problem. The issue is the people that choose to do it. That's the problem.
Well, the clones
So if
are...
you make, like, if everything's popular, everybody's gonna do it. But if something's not popular, nobody's gonna do it. So if you make being a MrBeast clone stupid and weird, there won't be any more MrBeast clones because they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna be stupid and weird if I do that.
Yeah, but they're also never
all
going
it
to
is.
succeed, which is the other thing. And
No, yeah.
the reason why they're a problem
Actually,
is just
they
because
do
they're
succeed,
causing
but they
chaos in real life. Is really what it is. It's like, this is an actual problem in the real world. This is fucked up. So, we need to... That's the reason why a lot of people are talking about it right now. If it wasn't that big of a thing, then... And it was only like a one-off thing, then yeah, like a critical probably would have covered it for a day and it would have been done. But there's so many to the point where... The reason why they want to be in that seat is because they see someone successful in that seat.
And they want to be in that seat. That's why they do it.
Yeah, but they'll never succeed that way because literally it is a clone. And there's a better version of this, so why the fuck would I watch this?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. So I don't really think... The clones are an IRL problem. They're an issue. They need to be stopped. Like, they shouldn't fucking exist. But also, it's very complicated because...
It's hard to stop them because they're successful. Like, they get like, oh, I could buy a Lamborghini because I do MrBeast content. It's like, yeah, you can, but at the same time too, it's like, nobody's gonna honestly come up to you and want to talk to you because you just...
Yeah.
Pretty
So,
much.
goddamn. That was a fucking lot in an hour. I think we're an hour and 17 in. Holy shit. Oh, also, I hope you guys like the stylization of the podcast. Not to be too meta, but this is
Different
cool.
style.
I like this. It is cool. And shout out Chris for letting me use the idea, because he kind of had the same type of idea in like his other podcast, but it was more like pictures than other shit. So I'm gonna directly thank him for letting me use the idea because they used it previously. But anyway, I think that's it for episode 1. We went really fucking deep. That was probably the most intense conversation I've had with something in probably probably since I've been in school, to be honest. At least with enough passion behind it.
Yeah.
That was a banger. But yeah, thanks for watching Buddies, episode 1.
Yep. Episode 1 of
Hope
Buddies.
you enjoyed. Probably, do you want to do a 2-week basis or a month? I think a month would be cooler.
2-week basis. I feel like a month would be definitely cooler, but at the same time, I don't know.
Are we doing
There's something
sleazeballs on every other week?
We were doing sleazeballs every week.
No, we were doing every... Because I remember...
No, it was weekly. Sleazeballs was weekly.
I just
The only
remember the
reason-
hardest part was editing. I hate
the-
fucking sitting down and like wasting time that I could be using on videos on like a different project, but it isn't even really a waste. It's just me being lazy.
Yeah, so essentially the reason why I felt like it was a 2-week thing is because we'd have a video pre-recorded, and we do another one, so that when we're recording that one, the video that we already recorded is going to be coming out the next week, so that the video recording that week before would come out the next week after that
Yeah,
one.
we should
That's
just
why
not do that. The backlog fucked me
weekly.
up.
That's weekly. We should just do a 2-week thing or a monthly.
Yeah, the backlog fucked me up bad. That's when I would just be editing one. I'm like, oh my god, I already have another one on my desk. It's like your boss handing a stack of papers when you're already working on papers. It's like, what the fuck? So, okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that off.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Adios.